those already pushed to society's margins. The future of democracy depends on our collective action rooted in intersectional solidarity. We will not be silent while our rights are stripped away and our institutions are dismantled. We understand that none of us are free until all of us are free. This march represents millions of Americans who refuse to accept authoritarian rule. We center the voices of those most impacted by oppression and call on Congress, the courts, and all people of conscience to join us in defending democracy, human rights, and the rule of law. Our movement is strongest when we recognize that justice is indivisible and liberation must be collective. All here who agree, say aye. Aye! Beautiful. All right, I'd like to welcome up our first speaker here. This is Katie, the Executive Director of Promo.
Good afternoon, and thank you all for being here. People didn't want you to be here today. Governor Kehoe didn't want us to be here today. Shame on him for weaponizing his power that is intended to protect Missourians. Despite Executive Order 2525, you all showed up in power. As I was introduced, my name's Katie. I use she, they pronouns, and I serve as the Executive Director at Promo. We are Missouri's LGBTQ+ policy and advocacy organization. And we envision a Missouri where all LGBTQ folks, every race, demographic, ethnicity, zip code, and lived experience are valued and thriving. And we won't let any dictator, any king, any governor, any senator stand in the way of our fight for queer and trans liberation. You're going to hear from some incredible speakers, badass former elected officials, inspiring current elected officials, community organizers, and most importantly, everyday people who have dedicated their lives to racial justice, the fight for working families and immigrant lives. I'm here in particular to talk with you about the struggle for queer and trans lives in Missouri. But I want to be very clear that attacks on our fundamental rights, and especially on vulnerable communities, are interconnected, strategic, and intentional. The chaos we are experiencing is well orchestrated. They intend to exhaust us. Do you feel tired? Yes! It's okay to feel your feels. Do you feel angry? Yes! Do you feel pissed? Yes! As well you should. I want you to feel your anger. I want you to feel your rage. I also want you to create space for healing, for joy, and to fight back. As we look at the attacks on trans lives and the weaponization of healthcare in particular, there are very strong parallels with what happened in the 1970s and 80s against people living with HIV. During the darkest days of the AIDS crisis, activists with ACT UP said, "We buried our friends in the morning. We protested in the afternoon, and we danced all night." The dance kept us in the fight because it was the dance we were fighting for. It didn't look like we were going to win then, and we did. It doesn't always feel like we're going to win now, but we can. Keep fighting, keep dancing. Inspired by ACT UP, and standing on the shoulders of our queer ancestors and transcestors. Today, we come together in that anger. You may feel exhausted. That's what they want. We come together in grief, in true grief and sadness, with hope for healing and strength to fight back. We feel our rage, we grieve together, we heal together, we fight back, and we win. We are angry that in the most recent election cycle, Republicans spent nearly $215 million on network TV ads that targeted trans rights, at least $111 million of which specifically mentioned sports. Do you know how many trans athletes are playing NCAA sports according to the NCAA? Fewer than 10. Fewer than 10 athletes. So when you do that math, that 215 million translates to $134 per trans person in the United States of America. Within days of Trump's anti-executive order, the word transgender was erased from nearly every government website where it once appeared. We are angry that there is a massive attack on HIV prevention and people living with HIV. If we don't stop the defunding, there will be a resurgence of this preventable disease, and many people will unnecessarily become very sick. Not to mention it will cost millions of dollars in cost to taxpayers, but Kings don't care about that. When HIV justice is under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
I have to be present to the grief that people feel in this space. We grieve. We grieve the loss of beautiful trans life. In particular, we grieve the violent deaths of Black and brown trans femmes living in survival mode. We grieve the families who have fled our state so that their children can access care and be safe in their school. We grieve the freedom to walk hand in hand with the person we love and feel safe. We grieve the rollback of progress. And we heal. We beat the drums of justice together. We create art. We create music. We dance. We engage in rest as resistance, learning from Black leaders in the movement for Black lives that we must take care of ourselves and occupy cycles of intense activation engagement with cycles of rest and recovery. We cook breakfast for our loved ones. We pack lunches for our kids, and we take care of victims that are recovering from a tornado. We fight back. As you all know, Pride began as a protest, led by Black and brown trans femmes, lesbians, and gays who said, no more, enough is enough. The power in this protest today is what our opposition is afraid of. They have to rely on misinformation and lies. We only have to rely on each other. They want to divide us and use us as scapegoats against one another. But following orders from the current regime, the U.S. Navy may have scrubbed the name Harvey Milk from a naval ship, but today we honor him. We say, as Harvey Milk did, I am here to recruit you. And I am. You are going to hear from half a dozen organizations working to fight this regime. And I'm telling you, you have to step into your power. Allies, you have to use your privilege. White folks, we have to become stronger allies. Look around you. You have thousands of neighbors, strangers, and partners in this struggle. We need our allies. We need you to use your privilege to fight for LGBTQ+ rights. Because when they come for trans kids, they come for all of us. And I'm here to tell you that despite how scary everything is right now, and how worried you may feel, in the words of Representative Cori Bush, we can win, and together we can win, and I believe that we will win. So feel your emotions, gather yourself, and give together, we heal together, we fight together. And when trans rights are under attack, what do?
Stand up, fight back!
When trans rights are under attack, what do?
Stand up, fight back!
Stand up, fight back! Stand up, fight back! Thank you all.
All right, thank you, Katie, for promo. All right, I'm going to get this moving real quick because it seems like people really want to march, so we're going to do what we can. Up next, we are going to have mother of two, Air Force veteran, and a logistics manager for Common Defense. Please welcome Carrie.
Good afternoon, St. Louis. My name is Carrie Frail, and I'm a manager with Common Defense. I'm a proud United States Air Force veteran. I served honorably, and my daughter serves today. Together with my husband, a Marine Corps veteran, we are a military family, and we are a family that believes in truth, in justice, and the power of standing up when something isn't right. And today, something is not right. We've got a wannabe dictator who wants to turn our democracy into a circus, who wants to strip away our rights and rule like a king. He wants Marines in our streets, ICE in our neighborhoods, and tanks in Washington, D.C. for his birthday party. I didn't swear an oath to him. I swore an oath to the Constitution. I joined the Air Force at 18 years old, not because I wanted power, but because I believed in service. I believed in freedom, and I believed, maybe naively, that this country belonged to all of us. I bought in, I gave everything, and even now as I stand here, I'm still fighting, still serving, just in a different way. Because what this man is doing, deploying troops against peaceful protesters, carrying out violent raids, and spending $45 million on a military parade, that's not strength, that's not leadership, that's tyranny. You want to talk about honoring the troops? Let's talk about what service members actually live with. I lived on an old Army post in the D.C. area. At one point, my now ex-husband was holding our toddler while I was pregnant with our son. We were stretched so thin financially that we had to apply for WIC while I was in uniform. And the housing, there was open asbestos in our outdoor storage, lead paint on the trim, and you know what they told us? We'll monitor your baby's blood tests so we can see if they're being. And guess what? It's still happening. Mold in the barracks, rats in the base housing, military spouses skipping meals so their kids can eat. But this man wants tanks in the street to celebrate himself? Let me be absolutely clear. This is a slap in the face to every service member who's had to beg for basic dignity. We don't have the money to protect our families, but we've got money to feed one man's window.
I'm here in St. Louis, Missouri. There's no more water fire next time. I'm at the No Kings protest. You listen to the speakers right now. There are different speakers right now at the No Kings rally in St. Louis, Missouri at the Kano Plaza.
I know what happens to nations that stop protecting their people. I know what it looks like when rights are trampled and when due process is ignored. When authoritarianism
I don't see the mainstream media out here, but they're afraid of Trump.
Authoritarianism take root in this country.
So I figured I'd take advantage of
We will
it.
not sit silently and let it happen here. Let me say this plainly because it matters. Our resistance is rooted in non-violence. Not because we're passive, not because we're afraid, but because we've seen what violence does to people, to families, and to nations. And we will not mirror the harm we've been sent to fight. We fight with our voices. We fight with our stories. We fight with our solidarity. So to those who say don't rock the boat, I say we didn't come here to sit still. We came to steer the ship back towards justice, and we will not be intimidated. Veterans like me, and people like all of us, we've got a fire in us. a fire that won't be put out by tanks or threats, and that fire is what's going to build the future our children deserve. No kings, no dictators. We will fight, we will organize, and we will win.
Thank you, Carrie. We appreciate you. Thank you for your service. I'm gonna try this out. Is this louder? Can people hear this better? Better, worse? Better? You want to hear me? All right, we're gonna stick with this then. All right, we're gonna move right along. Next up, we have our next speaker comes from Respect Mo Voters. Please give it up for Josh Murphy.
Hello, St. Louis! Thank you for coming out, and standing up to protect our democracy. My name is Josh Murphy. I'm going to keep it short. I'm going to throw a chant in so we can be really excited. I know you all want to get to that part. I'm here today because I believe in something fundamental. That in America, we do not bow to kings. We have never bowed to a king. And we will never bow to a king. In D.C. today, Trump is celebrating the 250th anniversary of the U.S. Army, which was founded explicitly to stand up to a monarch who claimed absolute power. He has twisted that celebration into a personal celebration for himself, throwing a party for himself using your tax dollars. All right, but that fight, it's not just in Washington. We have to fight that fight, but we have to fight here in Missouri too, okay? All right. Just like in D.C., Trump thinks he can ignore the courts. He thinks he can defy our democratic norms. Our representatives in Jeff City think they can ignore your votes, okay? All right? Clean Missouri, Puppy Mill Cruelty Act, Prop A, Amendment 3. I could go on and on. The stadium in Kansas City. Those are your tax dollars funding a billionaire's business, okay? All right. On top of that, there's the Let Politicians Lie Act, Senate Bill 22, which is going to effectively erase our right at all to use the citizens' initiative, okay? But what we can do is we can fight back, all right? What we're going to do here in Missouri, while they're throwing their party, we're going to organize. We're going to build real power, which is people power, okay? Respect Mo Voters. What we're doing is next year we're going to have an amendment on the ballot that will ban politicians in Missouri from overturning any bill passed through the initiative process. It will ban Missouri politicians from attacking our right to use the initiative process. Okay? And it's going to ban politicians from deceiving voters with misleading language on the ballot. All right, here's the deal. Like I said, we've got to fight in Washington. We need to fight here in Missouri. What I want to do is together send a message to the politicians in Jeff City. Can we do that? Yeah! All right, great. So when I get there, the chant is going to be respect our vote. All right? If you're filming, the hashtag is respect Mo Voters. Again, the chant will be respect our vote, okay? I'll tell you when. Here's my message for the politicians in Jeff City. In the United States of America, there is no king. In Missouri, there is no nobility. And we, the people, out here today will not be made into serfs with no voice. Article 1, Section 1 of our state constitution declares that all political power is vested in and derived from the people. That all government of right originates from the people, is founded on their will only, and is instituted solely for the good of the whole. We will have a say in how we are governed. Now, say it with me. Respect our votes! 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 Okay. All right, I think maybe they've heard the message, they'll see it, thank you. All right, speaking of our Constitution, it's been our constitutional right for 117 years to use a citizen initiative. All right, and it's not going anywhere. It's how we make the government do their job. It's how we remind them that they work for us. When they don't do what they're supposed to do, when they act against our will, the initiative is how we pass our own laws. All right? So, like I said, let's build power here. Let's organize. Respect Mo Voters needs 2,500 volunteers starting to collect signatures in July. Okay? We're about halfway there, sorry. We need to raise $300,000 by July 1st. That's in 2 weeks to begin our signature campaign. We are almost halfway there. So we need all of you to sign up. Everyone, sign up, make a donation, start a peer-to-peer fundraising page, and get 10 of your friends to make a donation as well, okay? All right.
Oh, I'm lost now.
Anyway, thank you so much, guys. What we're going to do is we're going to visit respectmovoters.org to sign up, to join our movement, make a donation, or you can visit our tent to sign up, to register to vote, to get more information, because when we organize, when we use the powers that democracy gives us, when we fight back, we win, okay? Thank you very much. Let's finish with one more chant. Repeat after me. No thrones! No crowns! No kings! No thrones! No crowns! No kings! No thrones! No crowns! No kings! Thank you, St. Louis, for standing up for our democracy. Never stop doing this!
Great, thank you, Josh. We appreciate the work you do. All right. Our next speaker coming up is going to talk a little bit about some of the most important issues in our city right now. And who better to talk about them than a true representative of the people, the Alderwoman of the 6th Ward. Please welcome Daniela Velasquez.
Thank you. St. Louis! Before I start, I just think we should take a moment of silence to recognize the target of political violence that happened in Minnesota this morning. So Representative Melissa Hortman and her husband were shot and killed, and Senator John Hoffman and his wife were shot and gravely injured. We don't know a lot about this, but we do know that it was a targeted act of political violence. So if we could just have a moment of silence. Thank you, and thank you for being here today. I truly believe this is how we honor them. So my name is Daniela Velasquez, and I'm honored to stand before you today as the Alderwoman of the 6th Ward and the first Latina ever elected to public office in the city of St. Louis. So let me be clear, I did not run to be the first. I ran to make sure I would not be the last. But I'm here not just as an elected official. I'm here as a daughter of the diaspora, a proud Boricua whose family left their homeland to build something better. Just like the immigrant workers, neighbors, and families across the city who deserve dignity, not detention. But standing with you here, right now, I never thought I'd be afraid that I could be arrested or detained just because of my name. Because someone decided that I didn't belong here. I never imagined needing to carry extra paperwork to prove that I'm allowed to be in my own city, to shop at our own small businesses, to eat at our restaurants, to walk through the neighborhoods that I serve, to live freely in the community I love. But that's the fear too many of us are carrying,
And that's the fear I'm carrying today. And that's the fear that we're here today to confront together. I was born an American, but in this country, my name, my skin, and my family still put a target on my back. And we've been reminded for generations that citizenship is not the same as power. I know what it's like to carry the weight of pride and pressure at the same time. To honor where you come from while trying to navigate a city or country that doesn't always see you. But in the past few months, how many stories have we heard of Americans with certain kinds of names or have certain kinds of skin tones or skin colors seen as suspicious or being detained? Like Neri Jose Alvarado Borges, arrested by ICE and deported to a country he has no ties to, all because he had an autism awareness tattoo. Boo! Or the 10-year-old child recovering from brain surgery in Texas, deported by orders of our billionaire president. That is the America Donald Trump wants to normalize. You can boo again. A land where our Congress, Republicans and Democrats, give gratitude to our modern-day Gestapo, ICE. But not us. Not here. Not in St. Louis. Because the America I was raised to believe in, and the St. Louis I fight for, stands up. We stand up when children are caged. We stand up. That's right, you can clap. We stand up when our neighbors are disappeared. We stand up when our politicians try to divide us. And let me be clear, we do not thank kidnappers. We do not applaud cruelty. And we know that safety, opportunity, and freedom do not arrive because we ask politely. They come because we stand together and fight. That's what we must do. That's what we must do every day Donald Trump remains in office. That time spent wondering if you would have been on the right side of history, spend it fighting for each other today. This is it, our moment. Because if you have the money for a parade, if you have the money for troops to silence protests, if you have the budget to deport moms and dads, and the audacity to hand out $600 billion to tax cuts and to billionaires. $600 billion that could have ended homelessness in America 3 times over. $600 billion that could have funded universal health care for all children 4 times over. $600 billion that could have been $3 million for veterans. You know, I find it funny that we waited 2 weeks for the National Guard to bring aid to the storm. But it only took 2 days to send those same troops to threaten this protest.
Okay, I'm back. I'm waiting on the march to start. My camera got so hot that it shut down on me. So now I'm back up. I'm waiting on the march to start. That's the part I really want. We've heard enough speeches. I'm out here. Right now, I'm the only black person I see. There's some black speakers who was with the city. An alderwoman. And I'm just here as media. So, stay tuned with us. Yep, stay tuned with us. I'm going to try to get as much of this march as I can. Hold on a second. I think they're getting ready to take off. Okay, you can see me now. I think they're getting ready to take off with the march. I didn't realize my audio was off at first. I'm doing so much out here right now, it's so hot. Got to bring my neck fan with me, and my camera had shut down when I was doing the speeches because it had gotten so hot out there. You know how these Apple products is. When they get hot, they're going to shut down. That's what okay, they're taking off now. I got to get rid. Well, I see a couple more black women carrying signs saying, F Trump. Hey, ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go. That's what they're saying. You hear them? Hey, ho, ho, Donald Trump has got to go. The legislative branch is not going to get rid of them. The judiciary branch can't. Of course, he's the administrative branch. It may take the military. They're giving him a parade. Thousands out here. There are thousands out here. Ho, 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 Donald Trump has got to go. Go, hey, hey. How is he going to go? He's not going to get rid of him. He's going to take the military. some generals gonna have to hit some balls. Surround the White House with some tanks. No crown for a clown. Never about criminals. Look at some of the signs. Look at some of the signs.
Donald Trump has got to go! Hey, hey!
Look all the way down. There's thousands. Just look at it. Thousands. Thousands of people. Thousands of people saying, hey, hey, ho, ho, Donald Trump has got to go. Let's check the military with that. The courts can't get rid of him. Even if the Senate is overturned, there's no, if he don't obey, what they're going to do, lock him up? They're not going to hand him, take him away in handcuffs. So we may need some generals to get some bombs. Surround the White House with tanks. Have some handcuffs ready. See the Gateway Arch in the background, so you know this is St. Louis, Missouri. Yeah, thousands, they've been passing quite a while. I've never seen this many people protest in St. Louis before. I've never seen this in St. Louis before. Never. Look how many people are here.
Donald Trump has got to go.
St. Louis didn't even participate in the civil rights movement. See the Gateway Arch in the background, so you know this is St. Louis, Missouri. St. Louis, Missouri. Uh-oh. I didn't see that.
This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
My mistake.
There's blocks and blocks of people. This is a huge crowd. They're still coming. This is a huge crowd. They're still coming. I never saw many people come out for a protest in St. Louis before. As I said, St. Louis they didn't even participate in the civil rights movement. I've never seen a crowd like this before. Stay tuned with us. Stay in with us. I'm gonna get some more footage. I would like to go to the end of the line. See where they end up at, but I can't stay out there all day. I have things to do. I'm gonna get as much of this as I can. Like that's the end of the line. I don't know where they're gonna end up at. I don't know where they're gonna end up at. That's at least a good 5,000-10,000 people out here. And that's odd for St. Louis. As you see the Gateway Arch back there. And if you're for or against the cause, you have to admit this is impressive. For St. Louis. If you know the history of St. Louis don't do much protesting. Not in numbers. So, I'm going to get ready to call it quits because I have to go. I have a few things to do. But I thank you for tuning in. I'm going to do my show no more, my podcast, No More Water, 5 next time around 8 o'clock tonight. So tune in with me because I want to get some of the news from around the nation. Maybe between 8 or 9. I'm not sure yet, but I put it up because I want to get some of the news and protests from around the nation. See what's happened since I've been, here's some more joining in. Oh man, this is bigger than I thought. They're coming in from side streets. Oh, it's not over yet. So they're coming in from side streets. It's in East Palestine. I heard a woman say, the man don't have a right to protect themselves. On Don Lemon show, and you let her get away with it.
Donald Trump has
Everyone
got
has
to
a right to
go.
protect themselves. Not just the United States and Israel says. Everyone has a right to protect themselves. Now we have more people coming in. Isn't that crazy? They don't have a right to defend themselves. I'm surprised Don Lemon let her get away with that. Oh man, we got more and more people coming. They're coming from everywhere. That was just the first van. Here comes another van of people.
Okay.
Sign saying F ICE. If they come up in your neighborhood with a mask, you gotta do more than talk about it. You carry signs, you gotta deal with it. because like at the end of this line, I ran into another vein of people. So, as I was saying, stay tuned in with me tonight. Like I'm gonna be signing out for it. Stay in tune with me tonight. For No More Water Fire next time. I'm gonna catch some of the programs. Hold on with me a second. I'm trying to adjust the legs on my tripod. But I'm gonna turn the camera around so you can see me. 'Cause I wanna tell you something. I'm gonna show them in the backdrop, walking away. Look, so here we go. I want to thank you for tuning in to No More Water Fire next time. But look, I'm going to come back with you. I'm going to be with you tonight. And I'm going to discuss some of the issues that happened around the nation. This was in St. Louis, Missouri. And there were quite a bit few people out here. There's rarely any protests here in St. Louis in any numbers. But they really showed up today. And tonight I've been seeing some of the other protests from around the nation. I can count the number of black people who are out here on my hand. I'm here as media, so of course I'm out here. I'm talking about black people who's in the protests. I can count them. If I use both of my hands, I may have a couple fingers left over, but I can't fault us for that. I can't fault us. I had to shut down during I was getting the speech because my camera got so hot. I had to let the temperature cool down. But we'll be with you tonight between 8 and 9 o'clock. Because I have to get some more information from around the nation. I know many people tell me, I'm not interested in that. Don't tune in. See, we know everything you do. Some people are going to be interested, some people are not. Tune in to what you're interested in. Go watch some twerking on TikTok or something. Go watch somebody fighting on TikTok. Tune in to that if that's what you want. But if you want to see what's happening around the nation and protest, because even though we're not protesting, the results of this is going to affect us, though. Even though I don't think we should get out here. But the results of what's going on is going to affect black people. So that's why I'm interested in the results. I'm not going to be out here doing it, but I'm interested in the results. And you should be too. So, tune in with me tonight around between 8 and 9 for No More Water Fire next time. Thank you for tuning in.